Kia ora. We are discussing scenario 2, including Maori knowledge in curricula. University lecturers Mira Sabaratnam, Senior Lecturer in International Relations at SAS University of London, Margaret Forster, Associate Head of School of Maori Knowledge, Te Pūtahi Atoi at Massey University, New Zealand, discuss how the curricula delivered by most educational institutions can be modified to meet the needs and be more inclusive of a diverse body of students from alternative cultures who are currently marginalized within such learning environments. Among the considerations made, there were the curricula should reflect the world where it's taught. The diversity emerging in the university context highlights the narrowness of the curricula, which in many places is still modeled on Western ideas and therefore needs to be changed. But how can the curriculum be authentic to where it's taught? The participants in this podcast wove their way through the concept of decolonization versus indigenization. Our reaction was that while we agreed that increasing Te Reo Māori and Māori knowledge in a number of courses is an empowering way to acknowledge the Treaty of Waitangi and the bicultural foundation of Aotearoa New Zealand, who decides what knowledge is the more important and who should teach it? According to Margaret Forster, Maori knowledge should be taught by Maori scholars only. While we as teachers recognize that this would be desirable, there is evidence that shows that there are not enough Maori teachers. In fact, only 10% of New Zealand teachers identifies as Maori. Across all school sectors, 79% of teachers identify as European Pakeha, 2% as Pacifica, and 2% as Asian. As there are not enough Maori teachers, delivery of the curriculum requirements will fall to both Maori and non-Maori teachers. This means that the success of this mission relies on identity, integrity, and knowledge of individuals. Margaret Forster argues that Maori knowledge should not be treated just as an add-on. This creates an ethical dilemma for us because while we are required to fully integrate Matauranga Maori to avoid the add-on situation, New Zealand has now become a multicultural society. Our choices as teachers may disadvantage or invalidate other cultural and knowledge systems. On the surface, the point of this issue is that worldwide curricula needs to be decolonized to address the issue of inequality in education. However, in Aotearoa, decolonizing the curriculum also acknowledges our bicultural society. By raising these questions, the participants are giving voice to the unheard, to a minority, that is, to more diversely based knowledge systems in order to make education more inclusive for those who come from outside of traditional Western knowledge models and structures. Raising these issues is intended to break down barriers and empower people, so enhancing equality in education and society.
Following on to uncover the assumptions that support these intended purposes. New Zealand is a multicultural society and the purpose is to serve and honour the original intention of the Treaty of Waitangi Partnership. We all need to embrace the 3 Ps of the Treaty of Waitangi, which are partnership, participation, and protection. This will enable empowerment to embrace culture and its language and give confidence to create awareness. This will help improve in all aspects of life for Māori and non-Māori, where both can enjoy a more equal, inclusive, multicultural, and democratic society. We need to create awareness of inequality and the knowledge of cultural values as an issue in our educational system. People identified as who benefit from this are the Māori and non-Māori, also including other countries. The benefit will be largely for the Māori people as the language will thrive towards restoration because everyone will take part to support the teaching of Te Reo. By everyone's participation, the native language will have a much better chance of survival. It will also give Māori people a lot of pride in knowing that their culture and language is being preserved. They will be empowered to openly and confidently use their language and showcase their culture without the thought of fear or of being punished in doing so, which has been done in the past. This initiative will set precedents for other countries to fight for their rights to preserve their own culture and language. In this Te Reo learning journey, both the teachers and students learn from each other as well. So, in identifying who is disadvantaged, we have got non-Māori and non-Pākehā, and also potential disadvantage to the society as a whole. Non-Māoris and non-Pākehā are disadvantaged as they don't know the culture well and they do not speak or understand Te Reo. In this itself is a huge disadvantage as these groups of people will feel left out and may also face racism. Language barrier creates miscommunication and hence leading to embarrassment in the sense that these group of people will not want to try. Potential learners could also be disadvantaged as negative behavior can lead to discouragement of the learning of Te Reo. It is also a challenge for our teachers and students as they will have to learn a whole new language.
Due to historical reasons, Māori have been treated unfairly and put at disadvantage for more than 150 years. However, now everything's different. Now, the Treaty of Waitangi Partnership is widely acknowledged and unpins New Zealand curriculum and our Code of Standards. The code requires teachers to honor tangata whenua-tanga, support Māori students, practice the use of Te Reo and Tikanga Māori. It guides all aspects of our professional development. As educators, we should bear in mind that incorporating Te Reo and Tikanga Māori into our subject is not a political box to tick. It actually opens our mind to understand Indigenous knowledge and enable us to be more objective and inclusive. Our responsibility to students is to create a respectful and inclusive learning environment. For non-Māori learners, they learn to value Māori language and culture, learn to view things from different perspectives. For Māori students, they will feel proud of their culture and increase confidence in pursuing excellence. In the future, when more Māori have voices in the community, there will be the real hope for a more justice, bicultural, and harmonious society. Because of the low percentage of Māori teachers in education sector, now Māori teachers face the challenge to do something they are not good at. For non-Māori students, learning an extra language also gives them pressure. So an alternative way to reduce such pressure can be building more well-funded Māori medium schools, concentrate the current resources and offer scholarship to cultivate next generation of Māori educators, scholars, scientists, and entrepreneurs. These children will be immersed and nurtured with pure and authentic Māori language, mātuaranga, culture, and heritage. So when they grow up, they will play a more important role in the revitalization of Māori language and culture. New Zealand is a country made up of immigrants all over the world. As we said before, promoting Te Reo and Tikanga Māori will make it more difficult for new migrants to settle in and get involved. But if we can equally respect and celebrate the different cultures of other ethnic groups, they won't feel that they are ignored by mainstream society. For example, we celebrate Matariki, Chinese New Year, Indian Diwali. We have Buddhist temples, Muslim mosques, together with churches in Malay. People from different cultures and religious backgrounds will appreciate such diversity and inclusiveness. In turn, they will be willing to learn Māori language and know the culture to contribute to a bioculture New Zealand. In conclusion, acknowledge the Treaty of Waitangi Partnership, decolonization, and establishing New Zealand's bioculture Identity is a common understanding between Māori and non-Māori, although including Māori knowledge in curriculum brings a lot of challenge to non-Māori teachers and students, especially migrants. There are complementary alternatives to mitigate potential harm. Eventually, it contributes to a more diverse and inclusive society, Māori and non-Māori living together in the spirit of honorable relationship. Thank you.